year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that.
Please.
If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max. The woe is me. Oh, my Lord. I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one and dones or this should be one and dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one and dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Height brothers. Now, you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. Pretty good ain't good enough to be that stud NBA.
That's exactly my point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Hype brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this morning alone why they should stay in school. And now you have to wonder what a kid like Nick Howard, who has given up his college eligibility, does next. What does he do next?
First of all, don't sweat the technique. The argument, or one argument, as long as it's strong enough, that's all that matters. That's number one. Number two, the Hype brothers was something special. What they really, really need to do. I'm going to tell you what they need to do, Max. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a pro-am circuit. Go in summer leagues. Do what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit. That's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together, because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.
I come to get down. Everybody get up. Don't fight the fire when the issue. Do it to you. Get you enough. That's what I say. Get up. Why you sitting? Get up. Don't fight the fire when the issue. Do it to you. Get you enough.
Yeah, what your mama gave you. You got to act right. I should nominate you. You know you a star. Keep it shining, baby. Girl, I put the house on you and accommodation. Tell him I'm a dance machine. I only pay attention, you should dance for free. I can show you things that you can't believe. We should play together, come and join the band with me. Hot, gone Tina Turner on them. Got the place lit, you the furnace on her. Girl, you drive me crazy, keep it swerving on them. Blood on the dance floor, need an organ donor. Put your left foot in, take your right foot out. Money maker, what it's all about. If you're giving me the number, should I call you now? Fly brother, but I need the gravity, cause I come to get down.
Everybody get up. Don't fight the fire when the issue. Do it to you. Get you enough. That's why I say get up. Why you sitting? Get up. Don't fight the fire when the issue. Do it to you. Get you enough.
Yeah, you like Beyonce. Girl, you know you dance a pound cake. When you move it all around, babe. Up and down like a sound wave. Preach, church on the move. Two-step until your feet hurting them shoes. Dance away the pain, they ain't hurting your groove. He a baller, but he ain't James worthy of you. I ain't judging, baby. You know I'ma love you. Daddy say you're good for me, and my mama love you. Yeah, they hating on you. That's so common of them. Make it hot for me, fresh about the oven. But you turn me to new with me. I know you wish you had two of me. Low key, baby. Whoop the whoop, super freak. I come to get down.
Everybody get up. Don't fight the fire when the issue. Do it to you. Get you enough. That's why I say get up. Why you sitting? Get up. Don't fight the fire when the issue. Do it to you. Get you enough.
Either love 'em or leave 'em. Let to get
down. Everybody get up. Yeah, don't fight fire when it hits you. Do it to you. Get you enough. That's why I say get up. Why you sitting? Get up. Yeah, don't fight fire when it hits you. Do it to you. Get you enough. Look up and get down. Everybody get up. Yeah, don't fight fire when it hits you. Do it to you. Get you enough. That's why I say get up. Why you sitting? Get up. Yeah, don't fight fire when it hits you. Do it to you. Get you enough.
This is New York City, the mecca of basketball. The original Rucker League began here in 1947. 9 years later, the tournament found a permanent home uptown at PS 156 Playground. Those early Rucker days showcased talents like Lou Alcindor, Wilt the Stilt, and Earl the Pearl. It's also where Julius Erving became the Doctor. In 1974, the park was respectfully renamed Holcomb Rucker Park in honor of the tournament founder. Now, many have influenced the growth of the Rucker since, but none more heavily than the late great Greg Marius, founder of the EBC. Many would argue that the Ruck is the birthplace of true street ball and the crossover dribble. Considering New York City's penchant for flashy guard play, there are few who can challenge that. After the legendary exploits of Rucker alumni like Rod Strickland, Rafer Alston, and Kyrie Irving, it goes without saying that getting crossed up or banged on can happen to anybody at any given moment here. It's no wonder that this unassuming uptown playground has become the most widely recognized street ball court in the world. Rucker Park, Harlem.
Watch that. Shot.